There are 2,147,483,647 possible world seeds in Minecraft. Parrots can imitate the sounds of nearby mobs. You can place a carpet on a llama to give it a unique design. Falling anvils can deal up to 40 points of damage. The default player skin is named Steve. Chickens can't take fall damage due to their slow descent. There are over 400 different types of fish in Minecraft. The Ender Dragon is the first boss introduced to the game. Creepers were created by mistake when Notch, the game's creator, tried to create a pig. There are 16 different colors of wool. The texture of a block of bedrock is the same on all 6 sides. Torches can be used to break sand and gravel blocks. The Ender Dragon's real name is Gene. Silverfish can hide in stone bricks and cobblestone. When a charged creeper explodes, it can cause mobs around it to drop their heads. You can use a saddle to ride pigs. The Endermen can pick up and move certain blocks. The game's creator, Marcus Persson, Notch, left Mojang in 2014 after selling it to Microsoft. Villagers have specific professions and can level up their trades. Pufferfish inflate when they feel threatened. Axolotls can play dead to avoid predators. You can use a compass to find your spawn point. Dolphins can help players find treasure by leading them to shipwrecks. The Nether has its own unique set of biomes. The Warden is a blind mob that can sense vibrations in the environment. You can use beacons to give players status effects within a certain range. Phantoms spawn when a player doesn't sleep for 3 in-game days. Players can use honey blocks to slide down walls slowly. Baby zombies are faster and more dangerous than regular zombies. Iron golems can be created by stacking iron blocks and placing a carved pumpkin on top. Cats can scare away creepers. You can use name tags to give mobs custom names. Soul sand can slow down players and mobs. The first version of Minecraft was released on May 17, 2009. The Nether portal was introduced in the Halloween update in 2010. Minecraft has over 200 million copies sold across all platforms. Players can use leads to attach mobs to fence posts. You can play music discs in jukeboxes. Chainmail armor can only be obtained through trading or mob drops. A creeper's explosion is more powerful when it's charged by lightning. The game's original name was Cave Game. Ghasts drop ghast tears when killed, which can be used in potion brewing. Endermites sometimes spawn when an ender pearl is used. The game features 4 types of fungi: red, brown, crimson, and warped. You can craft armor stands to display armor. The first version of Minecraft did not have any sound. The tallest naturally generated structure in the game is a Savanna Plateau M biome. The Wither is a boss mob that can be summoned by placing soul sand and wither skeleton skulls in a specific arrangement. Striders can walk on lava, making them a useful form of nether transportation. Skeletons can shoot faster when they are underwater. Mobs can spawn on any solid block with a light level of 7 or less. Honey bottles can be used to remove poison effects. The first mob added to the game was the human mob, which was later removed. You can breed turtles using seagrass. If a player is holding a totem of undying when taking fatal damage, the totem will activate and prevent the player from dying. Mushrooms can be sheared to obtain mushrooms and turn them into regular cows. Minecraft's music and sound effects were created by German musician Daniel Rosenfeld, known as C418. You can use a pickaxe with the Silk Touch enchantment to collect ice, glass, and other fragile blocks without breaking them. The Ender Dragon can be respawned by placing end crystals on the exit portal's corners. Foxes can carry items in their mouths and will sometimes drop them when killed. Zombie villagers can be cured using a golden apple and a splash potion of weakness. Baby animals can grow up faster if fed with their preferred food. Piglins are hostile to players not wearing at least 1 piece of gold armor. Snow golems can be created by stacking 2 snow blocks and placing a carved pumpkin on top. You can obtain a Dragon's Breath item by collecting the Ender Dragon's Breath attack using an empty bottle. Players can attach banners to shields for custom designs. Shulkers can drop shulker shells, which can be used to craft shulker boxes. A player's hunger bar will deplete faster when sprinting or jumping. Beacons can be powered using various mineral blocks, such as iron, gold, emerald, and diamond blocks. You can dye sheep directly with dye, and they will retain their new color when sheared. The drowned mob can drop tridents when killed. You can feed a parrot a cookie to instantly kill it. Players can use bone meal to instantly grow plants and trees. Villagers can be infected by zombies and turned into zombie villagers. The Vex mob can phase through solid blocks. Players can use a bucket of water to create a waterfall. The Elder Guardian is a mini-boss mob that can be found in ocean monuments. Stray mobs can drop slowness arrows when killed. Players can use a map and an item frame to create a large wall-mounted map. A skeleton trap can spawn during a thunderstorm, which consists of a skeleton horse ridden by a skeleton. Players can use a spyglass to zoom in on distant objects. Llamas can be equipped with chests to carry items. A conduit can be used to provide an underwater breathing effect and increased mining speed. Creepers can be made to explode by using flint and steel on them. Hoglins can be bred using crimson fungi. You can trade with wandering traders for unique items. Lightning can turn pigs into zombie pigmen, now zombified piglins when struck. Players can use a fishing rod to reel in items, fish, and even mobs. The fastest way to break a boat is by using an axe. Players can wear a carved pumpkin on their head to avoid angering endermen. You can use a furnace to smelt items, including ores, armor, and tools. Lingering potions can be created by combining dragon's breath with splash potions. The enchanting table's language, called the Standard Galactic Alphabet, originates from a 1980s video game called Commander Keen. Striders can be controlled with a warped fungus on a stick when ridden. The longest possible minecart track in a straight line is 9,223,372,36,854,775,807 blocks. Players can use a loom to create intricate banner designs. In the end, chorus fruit can be harvested from chorus plants, which can teleport the player when consumed. The lodestone can be used to change the direction a compass points. The highest possible enchantment level is 2,147,483,647. Players can use a fire charge to light nether portals. Skeleton horses can be tamed and ridden like regular horses, but they cannot wear armor or have an inventory. Players can use netherite ingots to upgrade their diamond tools and armor, making them more durable and resistant to fire. A fully powered beacon can provide up to 6 different status effects simultaneously. If a player dies in a hardcore mode world, they can no longer play in that world. Players can collect milk from cows using a bucket, which can be used to cure potion effects. A nether portal size can be customized with a minimum size of 4x5 blocks and a maximum size of 23x23 blocks. Magma cubes and slimes are the only mobs that can split into smaller versions when killed. The end city contains the elytra, a set of wings that allows players to glide through the air. The smithing table can be used to upgrade diamond tools and armor to netherite. Players can use a grindstone to remove enchantments from items and receive experience points. The maximum level of experience a player can obtain is 2,147,483,647. Players can use a stone cutter to create various stone-based blocks and items. When a player sleeps in a bed in the nether or the end, the bed will explode. The texture for the creeper's face is a combination of various letters from the Standard Galactic Alphabet. Players can use the F3 key, Java edition, to display the debug screen, which shows various information including coordinates and biome. The first hostile mob added to the game was the zombie. The Farlands, a terrain generation glitch, existed in Minecraft before version beta 1.8. A trident with the Riptide enchantment can propel players through the water or rain when thrown. Players can create tipped arrows using lingering potions and regular arrows. You can use a dropper to dispense items onto the ground or into containers. Snow layers can be crafted using snowballs, and their height can be adjusted by adding more layers. Players can use a cartography table to clone, lock, or expand maps. The wither effect, caused by the wither or wither skeletons, causes the player's hearts to turn black and prevents natural health regeneration. Players can use the F5 key, Java edition, to switch between first-person, third-person, and front-facing camera views. Minecraft's first name change occurred in 2009 when it was renamed to Minecraft Order of the Stone. The target block, when hit with a projectile, emits a redstone signal based on the projectile's accuracy. The armor stand's pose can be changed by right-clicking it while holding a stick. The spectral arrow, when shot at a mob or player, causes the target to glow, making it visible through walls. The maximum number of blocks a piston can push or pull is 12. Players can use a campfire to cook food without needing fuel. Tamed wolves' collars can be dyed different colors using dye. The respawn anchor allows players to set their spawn point in the Nether. A pig struck by lightning will transform into a zombified piglin. The suspicious stew can provide various status effects based on the flour used to craft it. When a honey block is pushed or pulled by a piston, it will move any adjacent blocks as well. The cake is a lie. The achievement, the lie, for crafting a cake is a reference to the game portal, where the phrase "the cake is a lie" became a popular meme. Players can use a lectern to hold and display written books. A player can use a dispenser to automatically equip armor. The first passive mob added to the game was the chicken. The creeper was inspired by a real-life plant called the peat moss, which releases spores in a similar manner to the creeper's explosion. A zombie that drowns in water will transform into a drowned mob. The /locate command can help players find specific structures in the game. Players can use a bell to alert villagers of a raid. The end poem, displayed after defeating the Ender Dragon, was written by Irish novelist Julian Gough. Players can use a barrel to store items, and it does not require an open space above it to be opened like a chest. A skeleton horse struck by lightning will transform into a skeleton trap, which consists of a skeleton horse ridden by a skeleton. The maximum stack size for most items in Minecraft is 64. The turtle shell helmet provides the player with an additional 10 seconds of water breathing. Players can use a fletching table to change a villager's profession to a fletcher. A phantom membrane can be used to repair elytra in an anvil. Players can use shears to remove a carved pumpkin's face, creating a regular pumpkin. The skulk sensor is a redstone component that detects vibrations in the environment. A chorus flower must be placed on endstone to grow chorus plants. A dispenser with shears can be used to automatically shear sheep. A player can use a composter to convert various organic materials into bone meal. The first version of Minecraft was created in just 6 days. Minecraft's original logo used the Minecraft regular font, which was later replaced with Minecraft title. The Creeper Rap, a Minecraft parody song, has over 120 million views on YouTube. The Minecraft modding community has created thousands of custom mods, adding new features, blocks, and mobs to the game. Minecraft's block-breaking animation is actually an overlay and not part of the block's texture. Players can use a smithing table to change a villager's profession to a toolsmith, armorer, or weaponsmith. The blast furnace can smelt ores and metal items twice as fast as a regular furnace. The first Minecraft version with infinite terrain generation was called Infiniminer. Players can create cobblestone generators using flowing water and lava. Players can use a honeycomb to craft honeycomb blocks. A crossbow can be enchanted with the multi-shot enchantment, allowing it to shoot 3 arrows at once. A player can use a clock to see the current time in the game. The first major update to Minecraft, the Halloween update, introduced the Nether. Players can use a brewing stand to create potions with various effects. The Ender Dragon can destroy any block it touches, except for obsidian, endstone, and bedrock. A player can use an anvil to rename items, repair tools, and combine enchanted items. Axolotls can play dead when taking damage, regenerating health and avoiding further damage. The jukebox can play music discs found in dungeons, mineshafts, or dropped by creepers killed by skeletons. The End Gateway portal can be used to access the Outer End Islands, where end cities and chorus plants can be found. Iron golems will become hostile towards players who attack them or nearby villagers. The smoker can cook food items twice as fast as a regular furnace. The lightning rod, when placed, can attract nearby lightning strikes, preventing fires and charged creepers. Minecraft's original release date was planned for November 11th, 2011, but it was released early on November 18th, 2011. Minecraft was initially called Cave Game during its development. The Minecraft world height was increased to 384 blocks in the 1.18 update, with 64 blocks below 0 and 320 above. A player can use a glow ink sac to make text on signs glow. The moss block can be used to convert nearby stone blocks into mossy blocks when bone mealed. The warden is a blind mob that uses vibrations to detect players and other mobs. A player can use a spyglass to create a skulk catalyst, a block that can grow more skulk blocks when activated. A player can use pointed dripstone to create a stalactite or stalagmite formation. The amethyst shard can be used to craft tinted glass, which does not let light pass through. A player can use a lightning rod to convert a redstone signal into a skulk frequency. The azalea tree is a type of tree found in the lush caves biome. A player can use bone meal on moss blocks to grow azalea and flowering azalea trees. The calcite block is a decorative block found in geodes. The copper block can oxidize over time, changing its color and texture. A player can use a honeycomb to prevent a copper block from oxidizing. The goat is a mob that can jump much higher than other animals. A player can use a bucket to milk a goat. The glow squid is a mob that drops glowing sacks when killed. A player can use a brush to clean oxidation from copper blocks. The deep slate block is a type of stone found at lower depths in the world. The dripstone block can be used to create pointed dripstone formations. The glow lichen is a light-emitting vine that can be harvested with shears. The powder snow is a type of snow that can trap players and mobs. A player can use leather boots to walk on powder snow without sinking. The rooted dirt is a type of dirt block found under azalea trees. A player can use a hoe to convert rooted dirt into a hanging root. The small drip leaf is a plant that grows on clay blocks in lush caves. A player can use bone meal on small drip leaf to grow it into a big drip leaf, which can be used as a platform. The spore blossom is a large flower that can be placed on the underside of blocks and emits particles. The tinted glass is a type of glass that does not allow light to pass through but can be seen through. The tough block is a decorative block found in geodes. The skulk sensor is a type of block that can detect vibrations in the environment. A player can use a skulk shroom to grow more skulk blocks. The allay is a friendly mob that can be tamed with an amethyst shard and can help players pick up and deliver items. The copper golem is a type of golem that can be crafted using copper blocks and can interact with buttons and pressure plates. The glare is a friendly mob that can detect dark areas where hostile mobs can spawn. The laze is a hostile mob that can spawn near lava and throw fireballs at players. The splinter is a type of small spider that can spawn in groups and cause damage to players. The Minecraft Education Edition is a version of the game specifically designed for classroom use, teaching subjects like math, science, and history. A player can use a beehive or bee nest to collect honeycomb, which can be used to craft candles. A player can use a bottle to collect honey from a beehive or bee nest, which can be used to craft honey blocks or for food. The slime block can be used to create bounce pads or to push and pull blocks with pistons. The target block can emit a redstone signal when hit by a projectile, with the signal strength depending on the accuracy of the hit. The warped and crimson fungi can be used to create warped and crimson trees, which are types of trees found in the Nether. The zoglin is a hostile mob created when a hoglin is brought to the overworld and can attack players and other mobs. A player can use shears to trim a hedge, creating a new decorative block. The illusioner is an unused hostile mob that can cast spells, including blindness and invisibility. A player can use a debug stick to change the properties of blocks in creative mode. The Minecraft launcher allows players to switch between different versions of the game, including snapshots and historical releases. A player can use a structure block to save and load structures within their world. The debug world is a special world type that contains all blocks and their variations for testing purposes. The Minecraft, the Island novel, written by Max Brooks, is the first official Minecraft novel. The Minecraft the Crash novel, written by Tracy Baptiste, is the second official Minecraft novel. The Minecraft the Lost Journals novel, written by Mur Lafferty, is the third official Minecraft novel. The Minecraft the End novel, written by Catherine M. Valente, is the fourth official Minecraft novel. The Minecraft comic book series, published by Dark Horse Comics, features stories set in the Minecraft universe. The Minecraft the Mountain novel, written by Max Brooks, is the fifth official Minecraft novel, following the story of the first book, Minecraft the Island. The Mushroom is a unique mob that is a hybrid of a cow and a mushroom, and can be found in the Mushroom Fields biome. The phantom is a hostile mob that spawns when a player has not slept for at least 3 in-game days. The conduit is a special underwater structure that provides a powerful effect called conduit power, which grants underwater vision, increased mining speed, and water breathing. The pillager is a hostile mob found in patrols or pillager outposts, and can initiate raids on villages. The bad omen effect is acquired by killing a pillager captain, and triggers a raid when entering a village. The evoker is a hostile mob found in woodland mansions, and can summon vexes and perform magical attacks. The vindicator is a hostile mob found in woodland mansions, and carries an iron axe for melee combat. The illusioner, although an unused mob, can be summoned with commands and uses illusion magic to confuse and attack players. The Elder Guardian is a larger, more powerful version of the Guardian, and can inflict the mining fatigue status effect. The Vex is a flying hostile mob summoned by evokers and can phase through blocks. The Shulker is a hostile mob found in end cities and can shoot projectiles that cause levitation. The Dolphin is a passive aquatic mob that can help players find treasure and swim faster when fed fish. The Drowned is a hostile mob that can spawn in water, and some can carry tridents. The Pufferfish is a passive aquatic mob that inflates and releases poison when approached. The Turtle is a passive aquatic mob that can lay eggs on beaches and can drop scutes when its babies grow up. The Fox is a passive nocturnal mob that can be tamed with sweet berries and can carry items in its mouth. The Panda is a passive mob found in bamboo forests and has various personalities, such as playful, lazy, and aggressive. The Cat is a passive mob that can be tamed with fish and can scare away creepers and phantoms. The Bee is a passive mob that can collect pollen from flowers and produce honey in beehives or bee nests. The Strider is a passive mob found in the Nether that can walk on lava and be ridden with a warped fungus on a stick. The Hoglin is a hostile mob found in the Nether's crimson forest and can be bred with crimson fungi. The Piglin is a neutral mob found in the Nether and can barter with players who offer them gold ingots. The zombified Piglin is a neutral mob that spawns when a Piglin is brought to the overworld or when a pig is struck by lightning. The Zoglin is a hostile mob created when a Hoglin is brought to the overworld and cannot be tamed or bred. The Minecraft Dungeons is a separate game from Mojang Studios set in the Minecraft universe, featuring an action-adventure dungeon crawler-style gameplay. The Minecraft Earth was an augmented reality mobile game set in the Minecraft universe, allowing players to build structures and collect resources in real-world locations. The game was discontinued in June 2021. The Axolotl is a passive aquatic mob that can regenerate health and play dead when damaged, and can be picked up with a water bucket. The Goat is a passive mob found in mountain biomes, capable of jumping high and occasionally headbutting players or other mobs. The Glow Squid is a passive aquatic mob that emits a faint glow and drops glow ink sacs when killed. The Warden is a hostile mob found in the deep dark biome, sensing movement and vibrations to locate and attack players or other mobs. The Archaeology system, introduced in the 1.19 update, allows players to excavate fossils and other ancient artifacts using a brush. The Telescope is a tool that can be crafted using amethyst shards and copper ingots, enabling players to zoom in on distant objects. The Lodestone is a block that can be used to alter the direction of a compass, guiding players to a specific location. The Respawn Anchor allows players to set their respawn point in the Nether when charged with glowstone. The Crying Obsidian is a block that emits a small amount of light and can be used to craft respawn anchors. The Cartography Table can be used to create, expand, clone, or lock maps, making it an essential tool for map making and navigation. The Grindstone can be used to remove enchantments from items, refunding some experience points in the process. The Stonecutter can be used to craft stone-related blocks more efficiently, requiring fewer resources than crafting them in a crafting table. The Barrel can be used as a storage block, similar to a chest, but it can be opened even when there is a solid block above it. The Campfire can be used as a light source, a means to cook food, and a way to create smoke signals visible from a distance. The Soul Campfire is a variant of the campfire that emits blue flames, crafted using soul sand or soul soil instead of regular coal or charcoal. The lantern and soul lantern are light sources that can be hung from ceilings or placed on solid surfaces. The blast furnace and smoker are specialized furnaces designed to smelt ores and cook food, respectively, at twice the speed of a regular furnace. The beehive and bee nest are blocks used by bees to produce honey, which can be collected by players using bottles or shears. The honey block is a transparent block that slows down entities moving through it and prevents them from jumping. The slime block can be used to create bouncy surfaces, and when attached to a piston, it can move adjacent blocks. The target block can emit a redstone signal when struck by an arrow or other projectiles, with the strength of the signal depending on the accuracy of the hit. The shroom light is a light-emitting block found in the Nether's crimson and warped forests. The fungus is a type of plant found in the Nether and can be used to grow warped and crimson trees. The twisting vines and weeping vines are plant blocks that grow vertically in the Nether's warped and crimson forests, respectively. The Nether sprouts, crimson roots, and warped roots are ground cover plants found in the Nether's biomes. The soul fire is a variant of fire that emits blue flames and can be created by igniting soul sand or soul soil. The ancient debris is a rare ore found in the Nether and is used to craft netherite, a powerful material used to upgrade diamond equipment. The netherite ingot is crafted by combining 4 netherite scraps with 4 gold ingots and is used to upgrade diamond tools, weapons, and armor. Netherite items are more durable, faster, and deal more damage than diamond items, and they also do not burn in lava. The lodestone compass is created by right-clicking a compass on a lodestone, causing the compass needle to point towards the lodestone. The spyglass, introduced in the 1.17 update, allows players to see distant objects more clearly when used. The bundle is a container item that can hold multiple items in one inventory slot, helping players manage their inventory more efficiently. The copper block can be crafted using 9 copper ingots and can age over time, changing its appearance from orange to green. The candle is a light source that can be crafted using honeycomb and string, and its light level can be increased by placing up to 4 candles on a single block. The tinted glass is a type of glass that does not allow light to pass through, but remains transparent, crafted using glass and amethyst shards. The pointed dripstone is a block that can form stalactites and stalagmites in caves and can damage entities that fall on or are impaled by it. The amethyst cluster is a block that grows on budding amethyst, dropping amethyst shards when mined, which can be used for crafting. The spyglass, candles, and lightning rods can be crafted using the amethyst shards dropped from amethyst clusters. The skulk sensor, introduced in the 1.19 update, detects vibrations within a certain range and emits a redstone signal upon detection. The skulk catalyst, when activated, can grow skulk blocks, including skulk sensors, skulk veins, and skulk shrooms. Axolotls can be bred using tropical fish and will grant the player temporary regeneration when they kill a mob the player is fighting. The goat horn is an item dropped by goats when they ram into a solid block, and when used it emits a raid horn sound. The shulker bullet is a projectile fired by shulkers, causing levitation when it hits a player or a mob. Using an ender pearl to teleport into the projectile path of a shulker bullet will cause the player to be hit by it. Suspicious stews can be crafted using a bowl, a red or brown mushroom, and a flower, granting the player a hidden status effect when consumed. The trident is a powerful weapon that can be thrown or used in melee combat, and can be enchanted with unique enchantments like Riptide, Loyalty, and Channeling. The crossbow is a ranged weapon that can shoot arrows, fireworks, or tipped arrows, and can be enchanted with unique enchantments like Multi-Shot and Piercing. The grindstone can be used to merge 2 damaged items of the same type, combining their durability and adding a 5% durability bonus. The Hero of the Village effect is granted to players who successfully defend a village from a raid, providing them with reduced trading prices and gifts from villages. The smithing table can be used to upgrade diamond tools, weapons, and armor to netherite, preserving their enchantments in the process. The villager workstation blocks like the lectern, loom, and blast furnace are used by villagers to perform their specific profession tasks. The Nether portal can be built using obsidian and activated with flint and steel or fire charges, providing a gateway between the overworld and the Nether. The end portal can only be found in a stronghold and must be filled with Eyes of Ender to activate, transporting players to the end dimension. In addition to its role in brewing, the brewing stand can also be used as a job site block for villagers, turning them into clerics. The fletching table is a job site block for villagers, turning them into fletchers even though the block itself currently has no other functionality for players. The raid captain is a special type of pillager or vindicator that wears an ominous banner and can be found at outposts or during patrols. When a raid captain is killed, the player will receive the bad omen effect, which triggers a raid when entering a village with the effect active. The Curse of Vanishing enchantment, when applied to an item, causes the item to disappear upon the player's death instead of being dropped. The Curse of Binding enchantment, when applied to an item, prevents the player from removing the item once equipped, except by breaking the item, dying, or using a grindstone. The Ender Dragon can be respawned by placing 4 end crystals on the edges of the exit portal in the end. The End Gateway is a portal that appears after defeating the Ender Dragon, allowing players to access the Outer End Islands when entered using an Ender Pearl. The Dragon Egg is a unique item that can be obtained after defeating the Ender Dragon, and players can display it as a trophy. The Chorus Fruit is a food item found in the end that, when consumed, teleports the player to a random nearby location. The Chorus Flower can be planted on End Stone to grow chorus plants, which can be harvested for chorus fruit and popped chorus fruit. The End Rod is a decorative light source block found in end cities that can be placed horizontally or vertically. The End Ship is a structure found near some end cities that contains valuable loot, including elytra, a rare item that grants players the ability to glide. The Spectral Arrow is a type of arrow that, when it hits an entity, applies the glowing effect, making the entity outline visible through blocks. The Totem of Undying is a rare item dropped by evokers that, when held in the player's hand or offhand, will prevent the player from dying when taking fatal damage. The Heart of the Sea is a rare item found in buried treasure chests that can be used to craft a conduit, providing players with underwater benefits when set up correctly. The Phantom Membrane is an item dropped by phantoms, which can be used to repair elytra or to brew potions of slow falling. The Nautilus Shell is an item dropped by drowned or obtained through fishing, which can be used to craft a conduit when combined with a Heart of the Sea. The Wither Rose is a flower that can be obtained when a mob is killed by a wither, applying the wither effect to any entity that steps on it. The bell can be rung by players or villagers to alert nearby villagers of an impending raid or to locate hidden mobs during a raid. The Sweet Berry Bush is a plant found in taiga biomes that can be harvested for sweet berries, which can be eaten or used to breed foxes. The Cauldron can be filled with water, lava, or potions, and can be used to dye leather armor, hold powdered snow, or extinguish burning entities. The Composter is a block that converts excess organic material, such as crops and plants, into bone meal when filled. The Turtle Helmet is a unique piece of armor crafted from 5 scutes, providing the player with the water-breathing effect when worn. The Loom is a block used to create and customize banners more easily, requiring fewer resources than crafting patterns directly on a banner. The Saw is a decorative block that can be placed on the ground or on walls and emits redstone particles when powered. The Bellows is a block that can be used to increase the temperature of a furnace or blast furnace when powered by redstone. The Lectern is a block that can hold a written book, allowing multiple players to read the same book simultaneously and emitting a redstone signal when a page is turned. The Skulk Growth is a block that forms when a Skulk Catalyst is activated and can spread to adjacent blocks, converting them into Skulk blocks. The Lightning Rod is a block that attracts lightning during thunderstorms, protecting nearby structures from fire damage. The Block of Raw Metal is a storage block made from 9 raw metal items and can be smelted directly into metal ingots. The Powdered Snow is a unique type of snow that entities can fall into and become trapped, causing them to freeze and take damage over time. The Dripstone block is a decorative block found in dripstone caves and can also be used to grow pointed dripstones. The small drip leaf is a plant that can be placed on clay or moss blocks and can grow into a big drip leaf when bone meal is applied. The big drip leaf is a plant that acts as a platform, tilting and dropping players or mobs standing on it after a short time. The azalea is a flowering plant found in lush caves, and when bone meal is applied to a moss block, it can generate azalea bushes. The rooted dirt is a block found beneath azalea trees and can be turned into hanging roots when placed below a block. The spore blossom is a unique flower found in lush caves that, when placed, emits particles resembling spores. The glow lichen is a light-emitting plant that can be found on cave walls and ceilings, spreading when bone meal is applied. The tuff is a type of stone found in deep slate blobs, primarily generating below y = 0 in the overworld. The deep slate is a type of stone found below y = 16 in the overworld and can be used to craft various building and decorative blocks. The calcite is a decorative block found in geodes, surrounding amethyst clusters and budding amethyst blocks. The moss block is a unique plant block that can be used to create moss carpets, and when bone meal is applied, it generates various plants, such as azalea bushes and grass. The lightning strike caused by a channeling enchanted trident can convert villagers into witches, pigs into zombified piglins, and creepers into charged creepers. The piglin brute is a hostile mob found in bastion remnants, wielding an axe and attacking players on sight, regardless of whether they are wearing gold armor. Mobs killed by a player using a weapon with the looting enchantment have an increased chance of dropping rare items and additional loot. Phantoms spawn more frequently in the overworld the longer a player goes without sleeping, targeting players who haven't slept for at least 3 in-game days. The bee nest and beehive can hold up to 5 levels of honey, which can be collected using a glass bottle or shears when full. The honeycomb block is a decorative block crafted using 4 honeycombs obtained by using shears on a full bee nest or beehive. The nether wart block is a decorative block crafted using 9 nether wart items, and it cannot be converted back into individual nether warts. The hay block is a storage block crafted from 9 wheat items and can also be used to reduce fall damage when landed upon. The turtle egg is a block laid by turtles after they breed, which can hatch into baby turtles when placed on sand or red sand. The ice boat is a popular transportation method on blue ice, as boats can travel at high speeds when moving across the slippery surface. The bubble column is a block generated by placing a magma block or soul sand underwater, creating a column that either pulls entities downward or propels them upward. The wither is a powerful boss mob that can be summoned by placing 3 wither skeleton skulls on top of 4 soul sand or soul soil blocks in a T-shape. The ender chest is a special storage block that allows players to access their items from any ender chest in the world, as the contents are player-specific. The cake is a food item that can be placed as a block and consumed in slices, restoring hunger and saturation. The spectral arrow, when fired from a dispenser, will still apply the glowing effect to any entity it hits. The hopper is a block that can transfer items between containers, such as chests, furnaces, and brewing stands, or collect dropped items when placed above them. The daylight sensor is a block that detects the current time of day and emits a redstone signal with a strength proportional to the sunlight level. The observer is a block that detects changes in the state of the block it's facing and emits a redstone signal when a change is detected. The redstone comparator is a block that compares the strength of 2 redstone signals and outputs a signal based on the comparison. The redstone repeater is a block that can extend the range of a redstone signal, create signal delays, or lock the state of another repeater. The armor stand is a decorative block that can be used to display armor, mob heads, and carve pumpkins. The moss carpet is a decorative block crafted using moss blocks and can be placed on any solid surface. The wither skeleton is a hostile mob found in nether fortresses, capable of inflicting the wither effect with its attacks and occasionally dropping wither skeleton skulls. The vex is a hostile mob summoned by evokers, capable of phasing through walls and attacking players with an iron sword. Dolphins can be fed raw fish to gain their trust, and they will then lead players to the nearest underwater structure, such as a shipwreck or ocean monument. The podzol is a type of dirt block found in giant tree taiga biomes, and it allows mushrooms to be placed on it, regardless of light levels. The coral block is a block found in warm ocean biomes and comes in 5 different colors, but it will die and turn gray if placed out of water. Let me know if this voice sounds realistic in the comments. And that's that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.